welcome to today's pre-basic Pilates class. Get your mat, make some space and join the class. Okay you guys, you're lying flat on your back. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. As you lie there, I want you to connect into the floor and start to realize or think about every part of your body that is touching the floor. So think about your head on the floor, shoulders on the floor. The back of your arm all the way through to your fingertips is touching the floor. Your bum is touching the floor. Your feet is touching the floor. And you have to have connection into the floor with all 10 toes. Now, as you lie there, we're going to start to stabilize from the top to the bottom. So first, take your head. Think about making a long neck at the back and a double chin at the front. Keep on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And don't fall asleep. Now, take your fingers and reach with your fingers or your hands towards your toes so that your shoulders goes away from your ears. You want to break the gap between your ears and your shoulders nice and big. And reach towards your toes and connect into the floor with your entire arm. Now, pull the shoulder blades at the back together so that the chest will open up and you put the shoulders down into the floor. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So you've got a nice long neck at the back. You've got a big gap between your ears and your shoulders. You're pressing into the floor with your arms. And now as you inhale through the nose, when you exhale, I want you to close your ribs. Sink your rib cage in as if you're pressing all the air out of your lungs with your ribs. And your aim is now to keep those ribs closed even when you inhale again. But I see most of you, the moment that you squeezed your ribs, the shoulders went and you picked it up again. Do you feel that? So, inhale again. On the exhale, first stabilize the shoulders into the floor, pulling the shoulder blades together. Inhale again, and on the exhale, squeeze the rib cage closed without letting the shoulders lift up. Good. Do you guys feel anything? Tori, what do you feel? Your tummy already. What do you feel? Tummy. What do you feel? Tummy. What do you feel? What do you feel? Does anybody feel their shoulder blades working? Yes. Yes. Good. This is now to pull those shoulders open. You have to have the shoulder blades activated. So you want to feel them as well. Now, inhale. On the exhale, contract your tummy muscles by pulling them up and not in. So think of it when you're trying to put on a jean and the jean is one size too small and you have to struggle to zip it up. Imagine your tummy muscles is that zipper and you're trying to zip your tummy muscles up. So that slight gap that you have underneath your back, you still have to keep that gap there. Don't close the gap, even though you're activating your tummy muscles. So let's start from the top again. You've got a long neck, open the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades, close the rib cage and zip your tummy muscles up, leaving a slight gap underneath your back. Inhale, and on the exhale, squeeze a P. While squeezing a P, you're activating the pelvic floor muscle as well as your glutes. Make sure your feet and legs are hip width apart and they are in line with your hip bones. Yes. Now, while lying in this position, continue to breathe. Continue to activate all the muscles that we just spoke about. And it should basically feel like a gym workout while lying in this position. Do you feel that? Good. Do you feel that? Lady, do you feel that? Do you feel that? And do you feel that? Good. I hope you guys at home are feeling it too. So, let's recap from the top to the bottom. bottom, you've got a long neck, you've got a double chin, your shoulders are open, your shoulder blades are squeezing at the back, your rib cage is closed, your tummy muscles is zipped up, you're squeezing the bum, you're squeezing a P, your hips or your legs are hip width apart, and now make sure you feel all 10 toes and your heel touching the floor, and you are completely connected into the floor. And 1, 2, 3, relax. Do you feel the difference?
Yes.
Was that a workout to lie there in a stabilized position?
Yes.
Good. So we're far from done yet. Now the fun part's going to start. So now we stabilize again. From the top to the bottom. Make a long neck with a double chin. Open the shoulders. Squeeze the rib cage. Zip up the tummy. Squeeze the bum and connect into the floor with your feet. Nicely done. Now, remember to keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And even if I'm talking a lot about 1,000 different stuff, you're not allowed to relax. You need to constantly keep activating those muscles that we just talked about. Now from there we're going to pick up the right leg. But before you pick up the right leg, I want you to take your fingertips and put it on your hip bones. So pop out the elbows, and fingertips on the hip bones. Now can you feel that your hip bones are level? The level between the left and the right is the same. If it's not, you've got a problem. Then you need to wiggle around to make sure you level it out. From there we're going to pick up the right leg, but what I want you to do is make sure that the level of your hips underneath your fingers are not allowed to change. So the leg that's going to pick up, that hip is not allowed to drop into the floor. Inhale through the nose, exhale, squeeze everything. Inhale once more, and on the exhale, contract your tummy muscles and pull your right leg slowly up to 90 degrees with your tummy muscles without moving the hips. Good. Your tummy muscles should be working overtime now. Nicely done. Inhale, and on the exhale, squeeze the bum and slowly pull that leg back down to the floor without moving in the hips. Good. We're going to do the other side as well. Inhale, and on the exhale, left side. Contract the tummy muscles in order to pull that leg up to 90 degrees. No movement under the fingers. No movement in the hips. Inhale, and on the exhale, squeeze the bum. And the bum is going to pull that leg back down to the floor, keeping the hips still. And 1, 2, 3, relax. What did you feel? Did you feel your bum? What did you feel? The bum. What did you feel? Bum and just bum. Stomach. What did you feel? Stomach and bum. What did you feel? Bum. Ooh, like a bum. Wonderful. Okay, ladies. Now quickly tell me, when you picked up your leg, did you still have a gap underneath your lower back? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you guys are good there. It's very important that you do keep the gap. So let's do it again. Inhale, exhale, stabilize. From the head to the toe. Long neck. Double chin. Open the shoulders. Squeeze the rib cage close. Zip up. Make sure you've got a slight gap underneath your lower back and keep that gap. You can put your hands on the mat next to you again and connect into the floor with your arms along with your shoulder blades. And be sure you've got that gap. So it's almost as if you're pulling your tailbone towards the floor to make the gap big, but you're going to counter the movement by zipping up the tummy to just keep it a slight gap. And that gap is not allowed to go smaller when you pick up your leg. Here we go. Inhale through the nose, and on the exhale, pull the right leg up to 90 degrees with your tummy muscles. And keep the gap underneath your lower back. Good. Inhale. On the exhale, squeeze the bum and take it back down to the floor. So your bum is fighting to take the leg to the floor and your tummy is fighting to keep the leg on top. Inhale, and on the exhale, left leg. Good. arms, going to pull that leg back down to the floor as you exhale. Continue with the movement. Exhale, take the leg down. When you inhale, you double check that everything is stabilized, and when you exhale, you pull up the leg with your tummy muscles. Then you inhale to make sure everything is stabilized again, and when you exhale, you take it back down. Continue with the movement, even if you're not going at the exact pace that I'm telling you to go. Each time when you want to move, you need to move on the exhale. Be sure to use the tummy muscles to pick up the leg, use the bum muscles to pull down the leg, and use your shoulder blades to stabilize those shoulders into the floor, keeping the gap underneath your lower back. What do you feel? Tummy, what do you feel? What do you feel? Tummy, bum, what do you feel? Tummy and bum, what do you feel? Tummy, good, keep going. Now the reason you're feeling different muscles is because different people has got different muscle imbalances. So although everybody's doing the exact same movement, I didn't tell you to stop, you can keep on lifting those legs. Good. Although everybody's doing the exact same movement, depending on where you have a muscle problem or a weak muscle, you are going to feel it. You can take the legs up and down once more, one on each side. Control the movement up. And remember to exhale as you move. Last leg. Focus on the shoulder blades pulling into the floor and the gap underneath the lower back. Once you're done, you may relax for a quick second. Was it fun? Did you know you had muscles like that? Surprise! You found a whole new bunch of muscles. Okay ladies, well done. Now we're going to move over to the arms. So I want you guys to lie on the mat and stabilize again. From the head to the toe. Legs bent, feet flat on the floor. And start from the top. Make a long neck. Double chin. Open the shoulders. Squeeze the ribs. Zip up the tummy. Keep the gap underneath your lower back. Squeeze your bum. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. You can take these a little bit closer to your bum. Put them back. Good. And everything is connected into the floor. For you guys at home, it's good if you can have somebody check you to make sure that your limbs are in alignment with the rest of your body. Because what might feel to you as in alignment might not actually necessarily be. Or if you want to put a mirror on the ceiling that you can see what you look like. Okay you guys, now focusing on the shoulders, I want you to make 100% sure you're pulling those shoulder blades together at the back and down. So that the shoulders go away from the ears and your chest is open. But your ribs are not allowed to go open. Inhale through the nose and on the exhale, float your arms up towards the ceiling. Let your palms face each other and your fingertips point to the ceiling. Good. Palms face each other and make sure that your arm is in line with your shoulder and it's nice and straight. Imagine your shoulder is pumped full of lead. So your shoulder is very heavy and it's pulling you down into the floor along with gravity. But your fingertips are pumped full of helium and they want to float up towards the ceiling. So get that lengthening feeling in your arm without losing the grip that you have on the mat. Inhale through the nose and on the exhale, float your arms open to the side, almost as if you want to go and lie on a cross. But don't open the ribs and don't pick up the shoulders. Only go as far as you can go. When you start feeling a stretch, you've probably gone far enough. If you can go all the way flat onto the floor, I can almost promise you you're cheating unless you are very flexible. Inhale through the nose and on the exhale, take them back, squeezing the ribs. Use your rib cage to bring those arms back up to the ceiling again. Now, lie in that position, but relax and open your arms. Go, just open them. Oh, isn't that fun? So comfortable. But now, lying in that position, quickly check your body. Where's your shoulders? They've been lifted up. Where's your rib cage? It's probably open up. So that's why I say, if you can go all the way down to the floor, you're probably cheating either in the shoulders or in the rib cage. Or you can even feel the gap underneath your lower back is now bigger in order to get your arms there. So everybody bring the arms back to the ceiling again. And now first, let's stabilize again. Long neck, double chin. Open the shoulders. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Close the ribs. Keep the gap underneath your lower back. Make sure you've got a good zip up. Inhale, and on the exhale, take your arms open, but only to about 45 degrees and then stop there. Open as if you want to go on to a cross. Only 45 degrees and stop. Now double check yourself. Is your shoulders still where they are supposed to be? Is your rib cage still closed? Be sure to keep your arms in line with your shoulders. Now, if your shoulders are still where they should be, and your rib cage is still closed, and you feel you can go further, you're allowed to drop it even more. But do not pick up the shoulders, and do not open the rib cage. And then I want you to start feeling a stretch in your pecs or in your chest, into the arm, and you can even feel it into the fingertips, and that's 100% fine. Iris, what are you feeling? Exactly that. Wonderful. What are you feeling? Good. What are you feeling, my dear? Stretching. Working. What do you feel? Arms. What do you feel? Big stretching. Yes, and see, now nobody's completely flat on the floor because you've stabilized the correct muscles in order to stretch the correct muscles. Now inhale again, and on the exhale, close your ribs as you pull your arms with control back to the ceiling. Now we're going to do a couple of these exercises. Inhale, and on the exhale, open the arms. Inhale first, and on the exhale, close the arms again. So you're moving along at the rhythm that you're breathing. So you cannot just doof open and doof close. The time that it takes you to exhale is the time that you have to move the arms. Then you need to hold the arms still while inhaling and double checking all your muscles, and then move again when you exhale. While you're doing this, you still need to have a long neck. You still need to close the ribs. You still need to pull the shoulders open. You still need to make sure that you have got a gap underneath your lower back. Squeeze the bum and press into the floor with your feet. So you need to feel connection into the floor. It's almost as if when you don't think about it and you just lie there, you're not going to feel your bum. But the moment when you feel your feet pressing into the floor, your bum is suddenly able to activate even better. Slowly take the arms up to the ceiling one last time and hold it there. Breathe nice in and out. Everybody on top. And now on the exhale, you can bring your arms back to the mat next to your sides. Remember to move slowly and with control and be aware of all the muscles. Oh, look where those shoulders went. Down with the shoulders. Pull them away from the ears. Good. What did you feel, my dear? Stretch the arms. Arms. Pinky? Arms and anything else? Bum as well. What did you feel? Arms and ribs. What did you feel? Arms. Wonderful. Ladies, that is good. Now, take a moment. Just relax quickly. But we're far from done yet. We're just giving your stabilizer muscles a quick breather before we go again. Now, inhale, exhale, stabilize. Quick breather is over. Let's start from the top again. Long neck, double chin, open the shoulders, squeeze the ribs, make sure you've got a gap underneath your lower back. So pull your tailbone to the floor, pull more, so that you can keep the slight gap underneath your lower back. And hold it there and squeeze the bum. Now inhale, and on the exhale, take your right leg up to the ceiling again. Remember, you're not allowed to have any movement in your hips. So keep the gap underneath the lower back and just let that leg float up to 90 degrees. Now park it there, hold it there. Do you still have your gap? Activate the shoulders even more. Make sure you park it at 90 degrees. Now inhale, and on the exhale, take the left leg up to 90 degrees as well. Control the movement and stabilize those shoulders. Good. Keep them in the air and squeeze your knees and ankles together with everything you've got. Squeeze it. If you've got an orange between your knees, you need to make orange juice at this moment. So squeeze it. Still pulling, still making sure that you've got a gap underneath your lower back. Squeezing your bum as much as you can in order to squeeze those legs together and activate those shoulder blades. And this should be a workout. Do you guys feel your tummy muscles? Yes. Wonderful. Now inhale. On the exhale, focus on the shoulders and bring down the right leg. Slowly. But focus on the shoulders. Pull the shoulders down into the floor and bring down the leg. Inhale again, and on the exhale, focus on the shoulders and bring down the second leg. Beautiful. Legs, keep it stabilized. Now inhale, and on the exhale, take up the left leg. Let it float up with your tummy muscles. Inhale, and on the exhale, take up the right leg using the tummy muscles. Squeeze together. Make me some orange juice. Knees together, ankles together, squeezing the glutes together. Make sure you still have got your gap underneath your lower back. Now focus on those shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, left leg down. The bum is taking the left leg down, your tummy is fighting and your shoulder blades are activating. Inhale again, and on the exhale, the next leg can go. Focus on the shoulders, focus on the zip up. Use the bum. Woo! 1, 2, 3, relax. What did you feel? Everything. What did you feel? Everything. What did you feel?
Legs and shoulders.
Legs. But what part of your legs did you feel? At the back. You good. What did you feel? Everything. What did you feel? Tummy. Tummy and bum. Wonderful. Did anybody feel their lower back?
Yes.
How far low? There or there? In the middle. Okay. Always remember, during Pilates, you do not want to work your lower back with these type of exercises. You want to work your upper back going into your shoulder blades. Because if you feel your lower back, it means you're not using your tummy muscles enough. Okay, does that make sense? Did anybody else feel their quads? The top part of their legs.
Yes.
Did you feel their quads? And you felt your quads. The rest of you guys? Not. Okay, good. That's another thing you do not want to feel. Remember, you guys at home, during Pilates, your quads are already overworked by doing everything during the day. So in the Pilates class, we do not want you to use your quads to do the movements. That's what your tummy muscles are for. Okay. So now we're going to do the exact same thing again. But imagine I'm taking a scissor and I'm cutting off your quad muscles. You do not have quad muscles to use. So your tummy muscles and your bum muscles has to pick up the slack. Here we go. Stabilize. Long neck. Double chin. Open the shoulders. Close the ribs. Zip up. Squeeze the bum. Gap underneath the lower back. Legs hip width apart. Keep it open a little bit more. Good. Bring them down. Okay. Is everybody stabilized? Are your muscles tired yet? A little bit. Good. Okay. Ladies, so now remember, you do not have quads and you do not have a lower back. All you have are bum and tummy and shoulder blades at the back. Here we go. Inhale through the nose, and on the exhale, float your left leg up to 90 degrees using your tummy muscles to pull that leg up. Keep the gap underneath your lower back. Now inhale, and on the exhale, pull the right leg up to 90 degrees with your tummy muscles. Use your inner thigh to squeeze your knees and your ankles together. And use your bum to squeeze at the back. What do you feel? Bum. What do you feel? Bum. Linky, what do you feel? Mark. Tummy. Your name, what do you feel?
Arm and shoulder blades.
Good. What will you have? Thighs. Inner thighs. Good. Perfect. Now, inhale. And on the exhale, use your bum muscle to pull down that left leg first. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the bum. Your tummy is fighting, but your bum is winning. And inhale, and on the exhale, you can do the next leg. Use your bum muscle to pull down that leg. All the way to the floor. Keep it stabilized. We're going to do it once more. Inhale. On the exhale, take up the right leg. Use your tummy muscle to pull it up. Good. Keep the gap in your lower back. So tilt that tailbone to the floor. And then, next one. On the exhale, pick up the left leg using your tummy muscles. Use your inner thigh and squeeze together. Now imagine you've got a G-string on. And you want to squeeze your bum so tightly that I cannot see the string of the G-string. So squeeze your bum with everything that you've got. And squeeze the inner thighs. And squeeze that zip up, but keep the gap underneath your lower back. And squeeze the shoulder blades in order to get that shoulders open. Do you feel it?
Yes.
Are you suffering? Oh, yeah. Inhale, and on the exhale, let your bum muscle take the right leg down. Inhale, and on the exhale, let your bum muscle take the left leg down. And relax. You deserve it. What did you feel? Everything good or bad? Good. What did you feel?
Shoulders, bum, basically everything but the arms.
Wonderful. What did you feel?
Mostly bum and stomach.
Bum and stomach. What did you feel? Bum and stomach. What did you feel?
And shoulders.
Bum and shoulders. Did you feel your quads?
No.
Good. Oh, and did you feel your lower back this time? Or just from there upwards? Upper back. Wonderful. Okay, guys. We're going to do one more. We're going to spice it up a bit. Inhale, exhale, and stabilize. From the top to the bottom. Long neck, double chin, open the shoulders. And remember, opening the shoulders also means pulling the shoulders down and away from your ears. So imagine you're taking your shoulder blades at the back and you're pulling them down to your bum. And then you're pulling your bum up to there. So squeeze the bum, squeeze the zip up, hold the rib cage. And don't forget to breathe, otherwise you're going to turn blue like the color of the mat. Always in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now from there we're going to take up the right leg to 90 degrees. And park it. Then take up the left leg to 90 degrees. Remember, your hips are not allowed to move, and you have to have that slight gap underneath your lower back. Squeeze the knees and the inner thighs together. Remember the G-string jump? Squeeze your bum. Now stay in that position and float your arms up to the ceiling. Slowly float up to the ceiling. Make sure you still got the shoulder blades activated. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, on the inhale, double check yourself, and on the exhale, open the arms as if you want to go line across again. But your tummy muscles and your bum muscles are keeping these legs dead still in the air. Squeezing them. Woo! Inhale, that's fine. On the exhale, bring the arms back. What did you feel? down. Once the arms are connected to the floor again, bring down the one leg. And then bring down the second leg. Foot down, knee bent. Good. And relax. What did you feel?
Stomach.
All the right things. And they just got exhausted. That's perfectly fine. What did you feel?
Whole body this time, shoulders.
But all the good stuff that you had to feel. Linky, what did you feel?
Yes.
Everything. 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 Nicely done. So now, this is the pre-basic of pre-basic classes. This is the easiest movements there are to do. And eventually, when you feel that you can do these movements comfortably, then they will only start to get difficult. So when you're doing the Pilates course at home, be sure to be comfortable with the pre-basic stuff before you move on to the basics. From here, we're now going to roll on the noodles. So ladies, we're done with the torture session. Oh, but then again, noodling is torture as well. So you guys can get the noodles. And I want everybody to quickly roll their quads for me. So grab a noodle and roll your quads. You can roll from the hips to the knee. Never roll over the knee. While in that position, be sure to still zip up and keep your tummy muscles activated as you roll up and down. Do not arch in your back and slouch down to the floor. Now, while you're rolling on the noodle, you can play around with your legs. Everybody quickly make a turn out with your feet. So put your heels together and turn your toes open, almost as if you're a ballerina. And now roll up and down. Then you're going to feel the quad, but a little bit more on the inside. Now if you're lucky, you're not going to feel anything. But the most average of everybody, you're going to feel some spasms. Do you feel something?
Yes.
Do you feel something? Good. Well, not good. Sad. Means you've got spasms. But I'm glad you found the spasms so that you can get rid of them. Now turn your feet to the middle. So that you roll directly in the middle of your leg. Or in the middle of your quad. And roll up and down. Now you can either roll up and down over the muscles or over the spasms. Or if you want to, when you feel there's a knot in the muscle, you can go and stop on it and hold it there for a couple of counts before you continue with rolling. And now for the third option, you can turn your toes inwards so that you're going to slightly roll on the outside of the quad. So it feels a little bit funny, it looks a little bit funny, but turn your toes in as much as possible and roll up and down. Remember to squeeze the tummy muscles while you're rolling up and down. And you can even activate your shoulder blades while in that position. So I lied. Torture session isn't over yet. You're still busy with the workout. Okay, ladies, now you can turn and everybody can face the camera. I want you to roll the side of one of your legs. So the leg that's at the bottom, you're going to roll that leg. From the hip to the knee. This is called the ITB. And this might hurt like hell. That's fine. That's why we're rolling it, so that eventually it will stop hurting. You can put the top foot down if you want to help carry the weight. So if you want to, I can use you as an example. Bend this knee and put the foot in front. There you go. This is an example if you want to help carry the weight with one foot. Otherwise, if you don't feel it enough or you're brave enough, put the one leg on top of the other leg like this and then roll up and down. Again, you can roll over the muscles, over the knots, but if you feel there's one specific spot that's making a knot, you can stop on it. Hold it there for a couple of counts. And yes, it will hurt, but it's fine. Eventually it will get better. And very important, remember to breathe while you're rolling. You want to get the oxygen through to your muscles as much as possible. Take nice deep breaths, always in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now everybody can turn around, giving their best side to the camera. Everybody can look towards the hall. And then turn and roll the other side, up and down. Remember to still squeeze the tummy, to still keep that zip up. The arm that's carrying the weight on the floor, be sure to stabilize that shoulder and roll up and down. I don't know if you guys at home are feeling this, but these ladies are dead quiet. I don't think they feel anything.
No, we're definitely feeling something already.
Are you feeling it? Good. And roll up and down. You can even tilt your hips slightly forward as you roll the side, and then you roll more to the front, or tilt your hips to the back, and then you roll more towards the hamstring. So basically it's like a treasure hunt when you're busy foam rolling or working with a noodle. You need to roll and search for the muscles that's got a problem, or that's tight, or that's hurting. And when you find that muscle, you need to work it. You need to roll it in order to get rid of the problems that you have there. So that eventually when you roll, your body's aim is to be muscle problem free, if I can put it like that. Good. Now everybody can quickly relax. You can go and lie on your mat again and put the noodle underneath your head, almost as if it's your pillow. Don't fall asleep.
I'll try.
Okay, you guys can straighten your legs, arms to the side. The noodle is your pillow. Now I want you to close your eyes and relax for a second. Please don't start snoring, then I'm going to know you've fallen asleep. I just want you to relax. Now you can tilt your head slightly from left to right, and you can basically roll the base of your skull in the noodle. For some people, this is just a nice pressure they're feeling on the skull. For some people, this is actually torture if they've got a lot of spasms. So if you've got a lot of spasms, you need to roll to get rid of them. Otherwise, if you feel this is just a smoothing sensation, then that is great as well. And just softly and slowly roll your head from left to right. Now, hold your head back in the middle again and just relax your body. Close your eyes. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you lie there, feel all the muscles that you've just worked now completely relax and just enjoy a moment of peace and quiet. And one last time. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and then you're done. Ladies, did you enjoy the class?
Yes.
Good. And was it a workout? Did you feel it?
Yes.
That's absolutely wonderful. Thank you guys at home for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you felt it. See you at the next class.